Hi, obviously I'm not an artist, and in this vlog I'm going to be discussing and displaying Warhammer Combat Patrol. Warhammer Combat Patrol is Hatchette Partworks' new weekly magazine aligned with Games Workshop's Warhammer 40k 10th edition, similar to Warhammer Conquest for 8th edition and Warhammer Imperium for 9th edition, both of which I've referenced in previous videos. This is going to be a new series that will run alongside my usual mini paint and log series. The magazine is scheduled to run for 80 to 90 issues, resulting in the release of 9 different combat patrols, which for the sake of explanation are small armies that range between 500 to 700 points. I've opted for the premium subscription, which gives me 8 more kits, special tools and gifts, and provides continued evidence that I make stupid financial decisions. Here is the first package that contains the first 2 issues and a modelling kit. The content of the magazines includes instructions for building and later painting, lore, rules and missions for the gameplay. All minis come on sprue, and thankfully the polymer they are manufactured from is the standard GW grey type, not the cheaper, softer blue that was present in the 8th edition Conquest magazine by Hatchette. The modelling kit that comes with a premium subscription is a bottle of plastic glue, a pair of clippers and the blade of a mold line remover. These were the same for Warhammer Imperium. I remain disappointed by the advertised mold line remover, as it's only its blade, which is literally worth pennies. The tool with its handle is much more effective, specifically if you have fingers on the larger side like mine. To complete a more comprehensive modelling kit, I included a scalpel for precision cutting and removing sprue connection points after clipping. High and low grit nail boards used for buffing sprue connection points after being trimmed with a scalpel. A toothbrush for cleaning waste material from a model. This is essential before assembling minis with adhesives, as you don't want waste to stick to the fine detail. Painting handles to hold the minis while being assembled and during painting. I like GW's original handle, but I really dislike the newer ones due to it being too light and having a smaller diameter grip. GW also have the XL version, which I never needed until recently, but base sizes have overall increased for character models and such, meaning the first 2 models I will paint for this series will not fit in my current painting handles, as their maximum size is 40mm and characters are now a minimum of 50mm. Plastic glue is used for permanent assembly and blue tack for temporary assembly. However, most of the early issues will be push fit minis, but I always use glue for a secure bond, and I only ever use GW plastic glue, largely because I can source it locally. A pin chuck is used for drilling out gun barrels. This has a 1mm diameter drill bit, which is in keeping with 40k scale. And those be my tools. Obviously I'm not an artist, but one of the cool things about painting these new combat patrols is being able to paint with new colours and paints and potentially create new schemes outside of GW official ones. I mean, I've always had that ability, but up until recently not the confidence. As stated earlier, there are 8 combat patrols, but what armies are in here? The Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, the Superhuman Warriors of the Imperium. Frequent viewers of this channel will know I have a Blood Angel Space Marine army and seen many of the units, so why not omit the Space Marines and save myself a couple of quid? 2 reasons: 1, these are new models, and 2, they will not be Blood Angels, as I plan on painting a different chapter. Blood Angel adjacent, but still another chapter. The next combat patrol are the Tyranids, bioorganic alien horrors from a different galaxy, fast and deadly in melee, but also adaptable to different styles of warfare. Previous to these issues, Tyranid minis I have included several metal models from 2nd edition 40k and a box of Gene Stealers from 2nd edition Space Hulk. Other combat patrols include the Gene Stealer Cult, an army of Tyranid-aligned mutants that infiltrate society and disrupt planetary infrastructure in preparation for an alien invasion. They have a heavy industry / resource miner theme. The Eldari, who are formerly the Eldar and formerly the Space Elves, amongst the oldest race in the galaxy, but now have a decimated population by ancient excesses that birthed the Chaos God of Slanesh, physically frail but powerfully psychic. The Leagues of Votan, these SWAT humanoids, are the newest army to be produced for 40k. They have an explorer trader theme. Their lore suggests that they may answer to an ancient AI. The Astra Minotarum, or Imperial Guard, are the human soldiers of the 41st millennium. What they lack in toughness, they make up in countless numbers and strong armoured war machines. Fixed bayonets, front rank fire, etc. So many gifts, and we're looking forward to this one. Cal Space Marines, 10,000-year-old traitors of the Imperium, the superhuman warp-twisted veterans of the Long War, lots of spikes and lots of edge highlights. The World Eaters, 10,000-year-old traitors of the Imperium, the superhuman warp-twisted veterans of the Long War, but exclusively worship the Chaos God of Khorne, the god of murder and bloodshed. And finally, the Orcs, the violence-loving green fun guys, slightly removed from fantasy orcs in personality, but very similar in want Natsu destruction. The army has really given me the biggest case of indecision with coming up with a colour scheme for them. So I have the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armour up first and the Wing Tyranid Prime second. These will be Combat Patrol painting logs 1A and 1B. I'll see you then. Please continue to like, comment and subscribe as I continue to chronicle the collecting, construction and creating.